How are you?
I'm good. It's February.
I know.
We always do our Doodle and Chat classes, but we never get to have one like on the day of the first month of the day.
I know. I actually today I was like, I wonder, like, I need to look at the schedule. I'm like, no, I don't. It's the first Wednesday.
I know. I was just as like things were rolling through, and I was like, we do that, and that's what we're doing tonight. And I was thinking about like, what I was going to say, because sometimes we think about that. It still never goes the way we plan. Even when you and I have a script, we still don't, well, I don't stick to it, right?
I sometimes don't either.
I'm like, this is the time of the month. No, let's start over again. This is the schedule on Doodle and Chat when we get to try something funky. Like, the idea that we were like, let's just see if this works for sketchnoting. Maybe it will. And I was like, that is exactly what we are doing tonight.
Yes, it is. It's cool. It's a little funky, but it's cool. I'm excited to see what it looks like.
I'm really excited to see what it looks like. So it's February. It's the first Wednesday in February. So that means Mandi and I are doodling chatting all about our I cannot talk today. Our February classy one pager, and we're calling it Accordion Sketchnoting.
Yes.
Which, another term that has come out of the universe of making things up by Carrie and Mandi.
Yes, but that's exactly what this is. It is a sketch note that is accordion folded and looks really cool when you're done.
I know. And I'm like, even just thinking about it is making my brain tingly, because I'm like, if this flows right or works right, I don't know, it could be really awesome as a sketchnote structure.
Yes.
So I'm going to go.
It has two pieces. Like, I love that it has two pieces and that you can connect those two pieces together.
Yes. And that's even giving me more ideas for like classroom applications, like with older students, and that you could have, quite an adventure for this. We have Ryan with us today, and Lindsay's here from TCEA, which is awesome. I've been following all that fun on Instagram. It's like the conference lineup,
Yeah.
I think actually next is IdeaCon, isn't it?
I think so. Because
I heard that there's some people that we know that are going to be there.
I heard that too.
Yes. So we're really excited about that. We're under 2 weeks now, right?
Yes. Yes. It starts the 13th. So.
Yep. And we've got the schedule to doodle and chat with people, and it's growing and it's becoming real.
I know.
It's exciting.
I love doing this the way that we do, connecting with people on Wednesday nights, but I am so excited to connect with people in person and doodle and chat with them and get them involved. And I think taking this to a conference is going to be everything we hoped for and more.
I agree. And like what you and I have talked to too is, and we'll get a chance to talk to educators that we've never met, but also really get a chance to, for the brief time that we get to spend with them, shine a light on all the really amazing things that educators do every day.
And there are some really great educators that are going to be there. I can't wait to interview them and sketch with them and share what they do with everybody else at the conference and everybody else on social media, because we will be sharing our stuff on social media too.
Yeah. And I think we even have like 2 of the keynotes that we get to sit elbow to elbow with. I know. I was like, we're going to get to like, there, we get to squish, they're going to be the center of our Oreo, we get to draw with them, so excited.
It's going to be cool.
And literally elbow to elbow, because you're a righty and I'm a lefty. So we'll literally be like this to the person in the middle.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
So fun. We're so excited. All right. So I'm going to share my screen so we can scroll through the one pager, just so people have just a slight visual for what we are doing. And then you and I will dive right in and let everybody in on this experience called Accordion Sketchnoting. I love that we gave it that name.
Me too. Maybe.
Here we go. All right. Let's just zoom in a smidge. So all of our one pagers come with a great, I think, one page of direct learning objectives, materials you need, and a simple to-do list with a quick little visual. And for this one, we also included a template, which thank you to the wonderful Amy DeFries, who already printed hers out. If you're watching, when you print this out, print it out at like 90% or 95%, because it's just on the smidge of the margins being cut off. So you'll see that this piece of paper is broken up into horizontal rectangles. And we're going to use these rectangles to cut or to create on, to combine images and words, and then cut and glue, which is also a fun motor skill to involve. And then we're going to come up, it's going to create this fun little accordion style sketch note with visuals and words combined together, depending on how you fold and unfold it. I cannot wait.
I know. So as you turn it and look at it sideways, you see one image. And as you turn it the other way and look at it sideways, you see the other image.
It's going to be fun.
I think it's going to be fun too. So I've only made one digitally. And so this will be the first one actually on paper that I've done. So I'm really excited to do it.
Me too. And so since we're generally exceptional planners, especially in this moment, sarcasm deep, we didn't really talk about what we want the topic of our sketch note to be before we decided to doodle and chat all about sketch notes. And I was thinking I might just use words about my day, kind of make it like a reflective kind of sketch note. You could do quotes, right? You could do phrases.
Yeah.
You use just one standard word, right? When you did
I did. I think it said perfect because one side was cats and the other side said perfect something. So yeah, that's what I did. But that was our thought behind that, because we saw an example kind of like this. And on one side they had a sun and on one side they had a moon. So you could talk about opposites with that if you were, doing this with the lower grades. But we thought it would be cool to have a word or words on one side and then the images on the other. So as you turned it, you saw the words and then you saw the images.
Yeah, because I was even thinking, like, when you look at we have our lines, they're horizontal, because I'm even thinking of trying out writing this way about my day and then seeing how it goes if I have the picture then this way.
Interesting.
And then my other thought is, like, what would happen if you just did a whole, like, here are all my words, all just written all over even this way. Yep. And then you had an image. I'm really curious to see how
as you cut it, so you will cut along these lines right over here, and then you'll glue them every other one, and that's how you get the turning. So I would be interested to see if you did it this way, because you could probably like turn the accordion fold this way and that way.
Well, no, I was actually thinking of still gluing it the way you said, but my words would just be sideways in between the I'm having a thought. Yeah. So I think are you thinking about, let's turn the cameras on and we can chat more ideas about what we want to.
Absolutely. So Ryan, to answer your question, so I did it in Procreate and I use basically the same template right here. And I drew on each side and then I made a new image and I just did the selection tool and I selected off of my original Procreate image and then put them in a new document every other one. And it worked really well. And printed it off and it made the accordion fold and it worked. So I haven't actually done it on paper, but digitally it worked just fine.
Well, and now, like, you even answering that question for Ryan makes me wonder, like, this might be a great option on slides.
Yeah.
If you had your rectangles already set up, kids could type in words, or you could have your paper turned 8 by 10, right? Mm-hmm. They could type and then, do their images or whatever. And
they could, and so they wouldn't have to draw their images like if you were doing this in a slide, because that's exactly what the template is just a slide. Mm-hmm. Then they could put their own images, clip art, whatever, and then you could cut them apart, print them and cut them apart and do that way.
That could be really fun.
Yes, it could.
Like for like a history assignment or something like that, or even like a big literature, or even like, oh my gosh, it's making my brain hurt. I was even thinking like a book review.
Oh, how cool would that be?
So cool. Now I wish I was reading a book recently, but I'm not, and I can't do one, but we could
I mean,
literally
I
have
just finished a book, but I mean, it was just kind of for fun books. So
for fun books work too.
they do. They do.
You know what? Maybe I'll do this. We just finished a short story in my class. Maybe I'll do that instead. Because I'm just wondering like how that you could do your big central image and then facts to go along with that. That would be fun.
That would be fun.
A focus word? Yes, Ryan.
It would.
Absolutely. Okay. I'm excited. So I'm going to do, we read an excerpt from a story called Breaking Night in our my ELA class. And so I think I'm going to do that versus my day because that'll be fun. I'm excited to see how this could be.
And I haven't really given a lot of thought to what I was going to do. So I will come up with something because we learned some statistics today. We learned about biases. So we could, let me see what I can do about biases. I don't know. Let's see.
Here we go. Diving right in. Actually, I'm going to remove that. I think I need to put you on first and then me. Yep. Look at me. I'm a professional. Who needs an Annabeth? Don't tell her I said that.
I will not tell her you said that. All right.
So Ryan, I think you would actually do like the way I would imagine it with the word thing, the focus thing is maybe your big word would be here. And then maybe details about how that focus word connects with you over here or something like that. I don't know. Well, we're going to see.
So, and I've erased the lines. So let me put the lines back on. Go and put this underneath here. So this is
great idea.
Here it is on Procreate. And so you can see my two different sides of it. And then I just captured each image. And I may have already deleted it, but I captured each image and then I alternated them on a new document and printed it off.
And then folded it, right?
And then folded it, yeah.
And so what we're going to do tonight is a similar thing, whichever style, vertical or horizontal, connects with us.
It is. This is the one I made to look like it was already folded, but you get the idea from that.
And then you and I are literally going to cut and glue, correct?
Yes. Yes, we are.
I know we've been nervous.
Nah, no need to be nervous. No need to be nervous.
Everybody can see my fancy encyclopedia that I have as my base because the camera's too far away and then it gets mad. It's not on a stool. It doesn't like being short. Okay. So I'm actually going to turn mine and I'm going to write facts that I remember about the short story. I'm going to write them this way and see what happens.
Oh no, just marked on my finger.
That's what happens when you use real pens.
Clearly, I need to use real pens more often. So, if I don't know if that's going to be thick enough, we may have to use this side.
Oops. Running out of space. So I'm curious to see how this goes, but I am just starting off with different elements of the story. So I start off with my characters, kind of like the problem, And now I'm doing some actions, and I'm really curious to see how this is going to go.
Yeah.
I also wrote way too big, but that's okay.
So I am going to match colors. So I have 3 different biases that we talked about today. And so I am going to match the bias with the color on the other side and see how this goes.
I love it. This is making my heart so excited.
We'll have to play around with the letters. We might want them to be bigger because I think, like, based on what I've done before, I think the more bold it is, the better it shows up when you tilt your paper.
Okay.
We'll have to see.
Yeah. I was even doing this and I was like, oh, I was finding words that were part of the vocabulary of the story, like anticipation and abundance. And then I was like, oh my gosh, what could you do with a vocabulary? Could it be a big picture? And then the definition is written, so you're like tilting it. So there's the word and definition. That could be really fun.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I used to
Yeah.
kind of do something like that digitally. Like I would have them.
And I'm really thinking about like slides, like this, that you do it all on slides and then you print it and let the kids cut it out. And then, I don't know, that's just really fun. Now I have to imagine a picture of all of this. No pressure.
I'm changing the color because as soon as I drew my picture, I'm like, I just drew it in the wrong color for the wrong bias. So that's okay.
I just put a T-Rex on a dollar bill because it started off, I wanted it to be a silhouette of a human being. And then it looked like a T-Rex. And now I have a T-Rex on my dollar bill because it's just too cute not to have a little arms. So now we have T-Rex dollar bills.
I think that's the best dollar bill ever. And I think we actually should just make them that way. Like just forever and ever. That's what it should be now. Let's see. I feel like maybe a contrasting color. Let's see here. All right, so I'm going to color my bias in here, maybe just a little bit. Let's see if we can put some dots in. I'm just kind of interested to see how this is going to look.
Me too. I feel like once we do one, like when we did the zines,
yeah,
then you get a better idea of like how it's all gonna come together.
Yeah.
Worst title ever. That's okay. I'm gonna try to add just a little color and see what happens here. Just to give it some zhuzh. That's my favorite word right now.
Who
Zhuzh.
doesn't love some zhuzh? Who doesn't love some zhuzh? So today, or this week, is homecoming week, and so today was celebrity day. And
any really good costumes?
Well, the admin team, because my husband is a vice principal, the admin team dressed up like the Beastie Boys, and I got so tickled today because one of the admin came in and he's got like the bull hat, and he's got the chains on, and I was like, where'd you get those chains from? Come on. But it was hilarious. My poor husband, can I start cutting?
Yes.
Okay. Like he had on his 3-stripe Adidas pants, which apparently was the thing because the other boy admins were like, where'd you get the 3-stripe Adidas? I'm like, what? Listen, it's been a while since I've looked at the Beastie Boys, so I don't know. I wasn't all up on it, I guess. So I show up and I've got my new Doodle and Chat t-shirt on that we will be sharing at IdeaCon. And just a sweater, and I had tennis shoes on and jeans. And we had a department chair meeting this morning, and I walk in and they're like, what kind of a celebrity are you? And I'm like, an edu celebrity. What do you think?
I can't believe you said that. You asked.
And they're like, I don't know what you mean. I said, yeah, that tracks.
You celebrity. That was really good.
An edu celebrity. And then somebody who, doesn't know me very well, because this is the department chair and we don't see each other very often. And they're like, so what celebrity is like Doodle and Chat? I was like,
just stop already, please.
I said, well, that happens to be the podcast I have with my friend. It's a video podcast. They're like, you have that? Yeah. And then I was like, that was actually kind of arrogant for me to wear my own shirt and then be like, edu celebrity. That's okay. It was funny.
Am I muffled?
No. Am I?
No, I'm getting a little feedback. It's weird. That's okay. This is bizarre. I feel like we're at a house and our little child monitor is picking up something different. It's bizarre.
It's the ghosties. It's fine.
It is. Well, yeah, it's kind of like, well, you walked right into that one by even just asking, You had the answer.
Yeah.
You don't go too fast. Slow down. I'm going to hurry up.
No, you're okay. I'm just really anxious to see what it looks like. My friend who works next door to me, she came in and she had the hood pulled tight around her face. And she held up a sign that says, you don't even go here.
Is that South Park?
No, she did look like Kenny from South Park. But no, it's from Mean Girls when they're in the gym. And the guy's in the back and he's got his head puller. He's like, don't even go here. Here's what's sad. We had to explain it to every single kid that walked by. I'm like, man.
And now you know how old you are.
Yeah, well, that's just it. She's like probably 10 years younger than I am.
We can only try.
These little pup kids. Well, some of the kids in the office, they're like, what are the admin trying to be like gangsters? Like, what are they? And I'm like, they're the Beastie Boys. And they're like, who?
Oh,
like,
no.
No, not the Beastie Boys. But I quote movies all the time and kids don't get it. And that's okay. Like one of my favorites, anytime we're solving a problem, but there's no variable and we get to make up our own variable, I'm like, what would you like to call it? And then I always follow it up with, let's call it Steve, because that's from Over the Hedge. And they're always like, why would we call it Steve?
My favorite time in class is when I think I'm hysterical and nobody else does, and kids just, you get those blank, and you're like, it's okay, guys. I know, I feel I think I'm hysterical, and then you just like moving right along.
Listen,
somebody's got to entertain me. Might as well be me.
That's right.
That could be a shirt. Now I get to get the glue out.
I know. I couldn't find my glue stick. I think glue stick would work better, but all I could find was my school glue. And this is one that I haven't put the black paint in yet, because that one art lady on TikTok that I love so much always makes the black.
Oh, glue. You mean the black paint art that you and I keep talking about doing that we haven't done yet?
So this is the new glue that I got to put black paint in, and I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, my glue is still sitting in a box that I ordered this summer because I was going to do black paint glue. Wait, yeah. Is that black glue paint art that I still haven't done? So and my watercolors that I haven't even opened up.
I know, I have my watercolors too. So when I lay this down, it actually hurts my head a little bit.
It does. It's interesting.
Yeah, it actually kind of hurts my head a little bit. So it's cool though once you fold it. Now I do wonder as I'm, oh no, I just got glue on the table. It's just like a regular classroom now. I love, even in high school. So I teach high school, and I love, even in high school, we'll be gluing something and I'm like, why did you think it took that much glue on your paper? And they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, that's enough glue for like your whole paper and probably, or your whole table and probably the table next to you.
I do really like that these letters are on the bottom of the paper.
Yes.
They're quite handy.
Yes.
Not necessary, but exceptionally handy.
Especially if you don't lay them out as you cut them apart.
Which I did not.
Yes. I didn't the last time either, which is when I went back and put the letters on the paper. And then this time I laid it out as I went.
Oh, this is so fun. I love this, how this is looking.
What happened there?
Remember how I said, like, someday I want to, like, go sit in a session and I want to create a design about as a sketchnote? I want to sit down now and watch somebody give a session, and I want to create an accordion sketchnote of their session. This is my next a badge achievement that I want.
So what I was getting ready to say is I wonder if it would be better if it had contrasting colors.
Explain.
So like if like I used the same color scheme on both of these.
Oh, you mean like dark red and then light red on the other one?
Right. Or if you did one on white paper and one on black paper.
They did contrast the day and the night on that other one. I wonder if that's why that artist did it that way.
Yeah, I wonder too. So, okay. This glue is not the best, but that's okay. So while you're doing yours, I am going to fold.
Okay.
And you also can just fold right along those lines. And it's literally just an accordion fold.
Yeah, so like for littler kids, you could make a thicker cut line probably.
Yeah.
If you wanted to give it more of a definition of where to fold.
But since you glued the paper on, that should actually help with the folds.
Good point.
Like this is cruising right along here. And when I folded mine, when I just printed it off, it didn't fold this easy.
Oh, okay. I was also just thinking that, like, you know, Lindsay and Ryan, they're at the conference and they think, what can I do on a Wednesday night after the conference is over and I'm sitting in my hotel room chilling out? Let's go watch Carrie and Mandi. I was just having that thought. That makes my heart happy.
Thank you, guys.
Right?
Okay, so here it is this way.
Wait, hold on. Let me zoom in. Pause.
So here it is this way. And then here it is. Oh, let me fold it. There we go. Here it is this. Oh, I'm not doing a good job. There we go.
I love it. It's trippy and awesome all at once.
It is. They are very fun.
Okay, now I got to do mine.
Okay.
It's
really cool when you set them up like this. Like, and I know you can't see it, but if you set it up like this and you look at it at this angle, you can really see it when you set it up.
Folding, right?
Yeah, just accordion fold it.
Okay. It's like wrapping a present and then unwrapping it.
I might take this to school tomorrow and show them what I did, and they're going to be like, "You are weird." I'm like, "You love it."
Well, I'm just thinking about book, like as a book review, like you could just easy. Oh, and Ryan says gallery walk. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it doesn't have to be contrasting because this is cool. This turned out better than I even thought. Like, I just want to keep moving it.
Okay. So okay.
I love it. How stinking awesome is that?
Okay, so how does it go? How do I get it to make it look pretty like yours?
Okay, so you're like, here it is flat, right?
Okay.
And then just tilt it to one side until you can kind of see all the pieces.
Okay, so there's the words.
Yep. And then tilt it the other way and the picture should show up. It's pretty cool.
Here's the words about the story, and then here or the images, and then here's the words.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could even write it up and down, but that would be obnoxious.
We even talked about maybe to make this a little bit better, the base paper could be cardstock.
Yes, but I think that'd be harder to fold.
It would be harder to fold, but like this is kind of like flimsy on me as I'm turning it from side to side. And if it was cardstock, maybe it would be less flimsy, but you just have to hold it, you know, just get your.
I'm even thinking about like this. I could do this, right? Which is awesome. And then,
I know.
I love that. So that, and then this. Oh my gosh.
See, turned out better than we even imagined.
Well, and I like, so more thoughts from me. So we use color coding, like anchoring devices, like especially with writing, we use this program called Story Champs, which I absolutely obsessed with. And like the character is orange. No, the character is purple. The setting is the character is purple. The setting is orange, and each thing has a color. I'm imagining strips of paper. Can you imagine? You'd unfold it, and it would be orange, purple, yellow, feeling blue, and then that's their story organizer, right? Like maybe even take legal paper.
Yep.
So I could fit all of the elements in. You go like this, you'd see the colors, and then there'd be an image to go along with
the story.
Oh, yeah. Because we love to do this in social studies. And I could see this being like just the next tip. because my kids are getting this year's group are great sketchnoters when we sketchnote together, and I could see this being the next thing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And yours was like, I love yours too. Like there was three anchoring ideas and then 3 simple facts. And then you use different colors. So you connected those with color coding, which I could also do that. Like what I just talked about with my thing.
Yep.
I could have the kids sketch note on one side, just circle their colors and colors. Yep. So fun.
I do think that chunkier letters work a little bit better, but you know what? I've got stuff written here.
Yes. I want to get my fold just right. Oh my gosh. So fun.
This is fun. This turned out so good.
So fun. I could stare at it all day.
I know. I know. So exciting. See, I just keep moving it. That's what happens. I just keep playing.
I know. I just want to stand there and I just want to sit here and go, look at what I did. Look at what I did.
And see, when you hold it up to the camera this way, like that looks really good.
Oh, it does look really good.
No.
So like for our friends that use
like it's almost like that's trippy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do trippy too. Oh wait. Yeah. This and then.
Yes. Doesn't it look awesome? Yay. Yay, yes.
There we go.
I love it.
That's so fun.
That is fun. Yeah.
You know, do a little bit to Doodle and Chat every Wednesday night, and the serotonin is full.
That's right.
I'm overflowing with serotonin.
It is good. It is so good. Now I want to make another one.
Me too. I do too. I still can't. I can't even.
I know. So the pattern that we shared in the newsletter is super helpful. Like doing this from scratch the first time and then having the pattern that we gave everybody, the pattern made it so much better.
And I will make sure that I don't think it's in the show notes right now, but I will make sure as soon as we get done, we wrap up here tonight, I will put a link to the one pager activity, which is in Drive. I'll put a link to it so that everybody can have access to the template.
Perfect.
Yeah, so much fun. Yeah, and so you don't know this yet, but Michael Matera finally got back to us, and he is joining us next Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for Doodle and Chat with Friends. We also get to see him. He's another IdeaCon thought leader too, so that's fun. So we'll get to Doodle and Chat with him, and then yeah, so people can join us back here next Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for a Doodle and Chat with Friends. But if you were here with us live or joining us later and you doodled and chatted and created your very own accordion style. Did I get it right? I lost my accordion style sketch note. We would love to see it on Twitter. Share it out using hashtag. I can't get mine in the right direction. That's okay. Hashtag Doodle and Chat so we can show everybody all the fun that we have here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Bye, guys.